So these couple of weeks I've been traveling to Melbourne and Sydney, and so the next series of videos I'll be sharing with you some adventures from my journey. This first video specifically will be talking about my first day, leaving Perth, arriving in Melbourne, and all the delicious food I ate just in the first day. So stay tuned. Hi guys, this is Stella Bella. Hi guys, welcome back to the Hubie and Talent channel. This is Stella Bella. So these couple of weeks I've been traveling to Melbourne and Sydney, and so the next series of videos I'll be sharing with you some adventures from my journey. This first video specifically will be talking about my first day, leaving Perth, arriving in Melbourne, and all the delicious food I ate just in the first day. So stay tuned. So unfortunately, the start of my trip wasn't 100% successful. My red-eye flight with Virgin to Melbourne was actually cancelled. So instead, I had a nice early morning sunrise drive to catch my replacement flight. My replacement flight was actually with Qantas, which is a blessing in disguise, and I'll talk about that very shortly. But while I'm here, I'll take you on a quick tour of the Perth airport, which has recently gone under some renovations, so a lot of the shops, restaurants are spanking new. Now, it was super early in the morning, so as you can see, a lot of the shops are closed and the airport is quite empty. But you can see that they've got a pharmacy, a few different cafes and restaurants. The cafe was open nice and early. Some of the restaurants weren't just yet, and rightly so because they were licensed restaurants. There is also a nice little gourmet grocery shop here for any last minute shopping needs. You've got your foreign exchange. There's the cafe in the middle there. And just generally a nice spacious area to chill, relax and explore before your flight. There's always something just really calming about quiet, empty airports. I mean, obviously it's probably not good for business, but I just love it. I love the feeling of catching usually the morning or the red-eye flights where there's just nobody around, not even staff members. And it almost feels like you have the entire airport to yourself. And there's the Qantas lounge as well for those of you who are members. And all of the departure and arrival gates are situated around the shopping and coffee restaurant area. So it's really easily accessible, really easy to find. And unlike other bigger airports, Perth Airport is quite small, so you won't need to spend too much time going from one gate to the other. Everything is quite self-contained and easy to access. Now, I do like to arrive to the airport extra early, usually around 1.5 to 2 hours. Traveling internationally so often meant that I am used to the 2-hour call time, but for domestic flights, they usually only ask you to arrive 45 minutes to 1 hour before boarding time. But I got there nice and early so I could just relax, have a look at the scenery and just chill. The flight itself was amazing. The original flight I had was the red-eye, the cheap flight, so I didn't get any of the perks. But on Qantas, they have free Wi-Fi access. I got more luggage allowance. The seats are a little bit more spacious as well, and it came with a free meal, all of which my original Virgin flight didn't include. Flight time from Perth to Melbourne is roughly 4.5 hours, so it wasn't too long. And I was able to watch my baggage get offloaded at the plane. That one's mine. Now, having only a couple of hours sleep meant that I was really eager to get to the hotel as soon as I got off the plane, which is exactly what I did. The hotel I stayed at for the first leg of my journey was the Pegasus Hotel that's situated on 8 Becker Street in Melbourne. I'll give you a full review of the hotel soon, but just a quick look for today, the hotel rooms were very nice. I got the 1-bedroom apartment and it had a nice aqua turquoise blue decor, which is one of my favorite colors, so it really matched well. It was a fully serviced hotel as well, so it had a full kitchen, fridge, there's the bathroom, all fully equipped. The only thing that I felt it was missing was the in-room washer and dryer, but they do have a communal one on site that you can use, and it's coin operated. So my first location on my first day in Melbourne was to the hotel. Dropped my bags, freshened up a little bit, then I set out to my next location, which was the Arriba Mexican Festival in Melbourne. And this was just down the road, probably a 2-minute walk to Flagstaff Gardens, which is where it was held. I was firstly drawn by the smells. Oh my gosh, the aroma that was coming from the food stalls were amazing. I was actually quite surprised by the variety of food that was available. It was a cold, rainy and windy Melbourne day, so I was actually surprised that there were still stalls open, let alone a selection. Now, the first thing I ordered had to be these hot dogs because I could smell them from a mile away. The bratwursts were grilled to perfection. There were 3 different types of cheeses they added in there, along with onions and their special sauce, and it was amazing. It was super cute as well because the staff there had a little backstory to tell about not only the hot dogs, but also their special little mocktails that they were selling. Took me a while to figure out how to eat this monster of a hot dog without spilling it all over myself, but it was delicious. Next, I had to try these amazing desserts at a little food truck called Il Panzeretto. And panzerettos are these little triangle pastry puff things. It's super crunchy on the outside, but super soft on the inside. There's a variety of different flavors and fillings to choose from, including both savory and sweet. This one I've got here is the Nutella flavor. It was literally the best dessert I've ever had. And before I left, I just had to give these grilled meat sandwiches a try. Fresh off the grill, the meat was super juicy, super flavorful, and so soft. And mixed with the pesto and salad, it went so well. The bread was nice and fresh as well, which I always love. I couldn't finish it all, and I wish I could have everything. They had so much on offer. But I wanted to save room for more food, and I wanted to try this cute little restaurant called Tokyo 7. This was literally around the corner from the hotel. So I know it seems like I might be eating a lot for my first day, but when it's so convenient and there are so many choices, you can't blame me for not wanting to miss out, right? And look at the amazing selection that they have already on their menu. And they have the most beautiful decor as well, with a lot of fairy lights, sakura, old vintage movie posters from Japan, lanterns. It's gorgeous and definitely not somewhere that I want to miss out on. So here I am for dinner number 2, 3, 4. Either way, I'm here for some amazing food, and the ladies here are going to find out the hard way very shortly just how much I can put away. I did go there quite early for dinner time, so it was fairly quiet. So I was able to just enjoy the ambience and the decor with just a couple of other patrons around. Even their little cups are gorgeous with the sakura decor, and as you can see here, these are the posters that I'm talking about. It gives off such a nice traditional vibe. This is actually the perfect place to take someone on a cute little date night because the decor is beautiful and gorgeous. There's so much different varieties of food to choose from off the menu. And if you pick a quiet night to go, the ambience is nice and romantic. They also have these popular Tokyo 7 beer sets for $14.90, which gets you a small entree and a tap beer, which is a bargain. And everything on the menu is actually very reasonably priced. Even their drinks. I ended up getting 3 because anywhere else would have cost me twice as much to get 1 drink. So let's talk about what I ordered. First off, I got this delicious grilled eggplant with miso sauce, and this is actually one of my favorite Japanese dishes. I always order it whenever it's available on a Japanese menu. This one was ginormous. It looked like a steak and was the size of my face, so it was definitely value for money. I also tried 2 different types of ramen, which was the katsu chicken ramen, which was non-spicy, and the spicy pork ramen, which wasn't that spicy either. The broth was incredible in both of them. Personally, I'll probably prefer the spicy pork one a little bit more just because it was a little bit more flavorful. The chicken one was a bit mild, but they were both equally delicious. And the ramen was perfectly cooked. The deep fried tofu in miso sauce and bonito flakes were also amazing. And I'm pretty sure I scared the staff there by ordering this deep fried platter. So much so that they asked me about 3 times if I was sure I wanted to order it because it was so big. But it allowed me to try a lot of the different dishes, such as the crab claws, spring rolls, sweet potato fries, sweet potato croquettes, and the potato croquettes, all of which were divine. And this concludes my first day in Melbourne. Way too much food, but I was able to try authentic Mexican and Japanese food, and despite a cancelled flight the night before, I was able to get extra perks with my replacement flight and chill in an amazing hotel. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more updates on my Melbourne-Sydney adventures coming up very soon. Make sure to follow us, click like, subscribe and follow on our social media channels. And make sure to follow me as well. It's stellabella.au on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. I'll be sharing more of my adventures with you very shortly. And I hope you all have a wonderful week and I'll catch you next time. Bye!